Officialwatches.co.uk. Proud sponsors of Cage Fighter.
Welcome to Cage Fighter. It is time for MMA action. But I'm not alone. I've got my mate from College, Grant Waterman, in that little college jumper. Grant, what have you got me this week? I'm sick of all these bruises.
Dave, all these big bruises, these fighters covered in muscles, tattoos, and bald heads that we always see. I've got something far much better to look at. It's the one and only CJ.
Hello.
Hello, good morning, young lady. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Lovely jubbly. Now, you, young lady, have been around mixed martial arts for absolute, I say decades, but you know, forever. But since you're about 7 years old.
Yes, I've been around since I was little. I used to do it myself once upon a time.
Choking people out. She choked that reporter at the age of 7. That's the way.
Right, 7. That was when you were trained. That was before the cage. Before people were fighting in rings, it was all on a mat.
All on a mat. You couldn't afford cages. There was barely rings, but people were just getting into it. So you used to fight in a mat or underground at certain places. It was exciting. But I mean, some of the people you've met over the years.
I mean, there's been like Hoist Gracie, Alex Reid, Mike Bisping. Oh, there's loads of fighters.
I like the way they all put Alex Reid in now. Alex Reid, like Ken Shamrock, but you name it.
Dave, it's so hard. People say I've refereed thousands of fights now, and people say, ask me about my favourite fighters. But CJ, you've interviewed just about everyone in the sport in this country. But the likes of people that you've seen, taught, spoken to, socialised with, interviewed, you know, people at home probably haven't even heard of them.
Anderson Silva.
Anderson Silva, Vanderlei Silva, Vitor Belfort, Matt Linden.
Fedor, we was at breakfast with Fedor once as well. She couldn't understand him, but she was like, yeah, okay. I know he can fight, Dad. That's enough for me.
I mean, some of the MMA fans at home would just, they'd give their right arm to be in your position, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
I was going to say, Sige, your favourite fighter of all time?
Well, I think mine has to be Brad Pickett, obviously because of his one-punch thing.
His one-punch thing.
I love a knockout, so I think that's my favourite part to watch in the cage, and he's a good entertainer as well. Sometimes people get too, focused on obviously the sport, but it's also good to sit by the cage and just get excited, and you see everyone around the cage go on, go on, go on. So
yeah, you don't just want to see a fighter, you want to see an entertainer.
And Brad has never been in a boring fight. And without further ado, if you haven't seen Brad One Punch Pickett, this is before he entered the UFC. This is Dave Lee versus One Punch.
Representing Team Titan and American Top Team. He is from East London. Let's welcome your champion, Brad One Punch Pickett.
Will that be a factor, or is Brad just too experienced to let that worry him?
Brad's a little guy, I'm sure. He's used to fighting the bigger, leaner, longer-limbed guys. Plenty of those at American Top Team to train with.
Go, Brad.
Dave Lee, spinning kick, catches Brad's body.
Yeah, the Americans call it a mule kick, where you spin and kick back like a donkey, very short. It can be very powerful and hurtful. But Brad was aware of it and just got his arms in the way there. But he sat at his stall, Dave Lee, very quickly, didn't he?
He did, both guys jostling. Showing technique as they fight for position.
Big slam attempt from Dave Lee, Rob.
Huge takedown. Brad looking for the guillotine in an instant. Doesn't quite get it on. Looks to trap Dave Lee's arms. Look to change position. Dave Lee in the half guard. Brad Pickett on the bottom. Dave Lee top. Dave Lee short right hand. Good work by Dave Lee. Brad Pickett turns it. Falls into triangle. Pops free. Wow, what a pace on this fight.
Yes, a blistering start by both men here.
Again, Dave Lee with a triangle. Brad Pickett pops free.
Catches Dave with a short right hand as well. But it's been all action right from the bell here.
Both guys are fighting at a very, very intense, fast pace. Makes you wonder how long they can keep this up for.
Robin, let's put this in perspective. What would this mean for Dave Lee if he beats Brad Pickett in terms of the UK scene?
It'll be huge for him. He'll take the British title. And I'm sure it'll mean more than that for him in terms of opposition that will come chasing that title. Dave Lee tries to move to mount position. Brad Pickett traps a leg, got the arm on the neck at the moment. Trying to find a better position. Dave Lee again, half guard, top position.
And it's been an assured, aggressive start by Dave Lee.
Yeah, by both fighters so far. I mean, it's been a very topsy-turvy jostle for position fight. Brad looks to move and turns again. Dave Lee again on his back. Brad Pickett in top position this time. Again, Dave Lee forcing the technique, looking for them arm bars, looking for the triangle.
Bradley pops out though.
Big hammer fist, doesn't connect. Moves round well, moves to half guard, moves out of Dave Lee's guard. Dave Lee finds his foot in, doesn't quite get to his feet. Brad Pickett with a very tight guillotine choke. This will be very, very difficult. And he's tapped. Brad Pickett wins again and defends his British featherweight title via guillotine choke. And you can see just how much that meant to him.
Rob, it was his first real opportunity.
Beautiful work by Pickett against one of the submission experts. Let's not make any mincemeat about that. Dave Lee is phenomenal at submissions, and Brad Pickett just tapped him in his own game.
And it was the first real experience in that trading, as you said, because when he got it, it was very quick and on very strongly. But two big slams by Lee to start this fight.
Well, let's be honest, the pace of this fight was absolutely unreal. You know, it was a shockingly fast pace. Both guys jostling position to position. Pickett able to gain that guillotine victory. Beautiful work. He retains his British featherweight title.
Lee did the right thing. He forced the pace. He took the fight to Brad Pickett, didn't he?
He did. He did fight the right fight. It was a very, very backwards and forwards fight until Brad was able to land this guillotine, and you can see it's in tight. Dave Lee would not have tapped you if he had had any room to get out.
Due to tap out from a guillotine, and still your Ultimate Challenge featherweight champion, Brad One Punch Pickett.
God, she was wrong. It weren't one punch.
No, it was guillotine.
It was. That used to be your favourite move, wasn't it?
It was. Get in there.
God, get in there.
No. I don't want the O'Donnells to hurt me anymore, please.
The O'Donnells. Have you let the cat out of the bag?
Oh, they know already, Dave, surely.
Well, I don't know, but I mean, you've done everything yourself, CJ. She's my daughter. She's great. She's been around the scene for such a long time. You
know
worked out
everything about MMA, I do.
Yeah, do you know you used to help wrapping gloves, getting gloves, doing the towels, everything from right at the beginning. And I always say it's like an apprenticeship. You learn right away, and you do the whole.
Yeah, but you're one of the only ones who was there before Cage Rage started.
Yeah, absolutely.
But without further ado, this is submission of the week, and it's Brad Pickett, my favourite fighter.
Brad Pickett straight to the guillotine choke, looks for the quick finish, hooks it nice and tight, and he submits his opponent. Beautiful work by One Punch Pickett.
Gambitesa not happy there with his loss, but you can see Pickett, as you see him, takes him down. He wanted that straight, quick victory because of the damage to his ribs. So he knew he had to finish it off quick, as he does, takes his Brazilian fighter, gets the tap there.
That's what I love about Brad Pickett. Oh, sorry, Grant.
O'Donnell's getting carried away.
O'Donnell's getting carried away on the Waterman.
It shouldn't be called One Punch.
What should it be called?
It should be called One Guillotine.
One Guillotine Pickett. I agree. High five, Sid. Mug. Oh, anyway, we'll see you right after the break.
At last, it's on. We've pulled out all the stops for Jason Badass Barrett versus Alex the Reidinator Reid. There's been confrontations, street brawls. He's even gone to his gym. Jason has pulled no punches to pull Alex Reid out of retirement.
Yes, Alex, I'm talking about your bollocks. Where are they?
Only one man will be left standing come August the 6th, only on pay-per-view. Both of these guys have got charisma. Both of these guys have got knockout power. Both of these guys are winners, but there can only be one.
will be cut off.
The ball of power. Oh, straight in. See, Grant, I'm going to give you energy.
Another secret move.
Another secret move for you, the fans indoors. Now, Sige, bringing on to another one of your favourite fighters. Who is it?
Jason Young.
Jason Young, another UFC vet.
Shotgun
Young. But before we go on to Shotgun, let's go to email of the week. Because I have so many emails. Grant, it's about time you started answering some of their questions.
I'm going to bring up an email every week now, Dave, but I've got one here from Nick Wildman from Guildford. And he's asked, why do UCMMA and when Cage Rage was about, why didn't they use elbows? Unlike unified rules and some of the American shows who use elbow strikes to the head of a downed opponent.
Are you answering it or am I going to answer it? Or do we have a little both of us answer it? Let's make it nice and quick. Strike Force in America didn't use elbows. Pride in Japan didn't use elbows. Elbows are like a knife, a cutting edge, and that's all it takes to split your eye from there to there. And me, I try and protect the fighters. I try and want the fighters to fight regularly. So personally, I just don't think that the English people pay enough money to see hard cuts all around the head, because a fight can be ended like that. That's my answer. I know you got other.
Yeah, I mean, I would go a bit further than that.
Go on, then.
You know, there's two things that we need to look at when you have a set of rules for an MMA fight. You want the fights to be as safe as they can be, but as entertaining as they can be.
As well.
So you need that balance. Obviously, there's going to be some risk of people getting knocked out and short-term injury, but you don't want fighters to have any long-term or career-ending injuries. And cuts and scar tissue can create or cause a fighter to reduce the longevity of his fighting career. What you also want, you don't want fights on the ground. If a fighter's getting elbowed to the face,
can't even see
you can
it,
have somebody mounted, bang, a little short elbow, the cut's there, it opens up, it's bleeding everywhere, the referee stops it, and if you're in the crowd or at home,
don't even know what's happened.
What happened?
You know, me and CJ are both looking on thinking, did he talk a lot of sense? for a real nice bloke. You talk a lot of sense. But without further ado, Sid, you have a look at Shotgun Young or what?
Yep, I mean, I've known him since he was, well, we were both little at Elite, and obviously he's gone really well when he's up in UFC now, so best of luck to him, and obviously he's been a really great fighter over the years.
So let's, without further ado, let's have a look at Jason Shotgun Young versus Abdul Mohammed.
Abdul, you was a champion, I was a champion. We're going to fight to get back to that level again. So let's bring it to the cage.
Jason, you're a young boy and you've got a long career ahead, but I've been in this game for a long time and you're making a big mistake to take this fight.
Good jab, doesn't find a home but finds range. Both guys trade leather. Good knee from Young to the midsection, and again another good knee.
Yeah, Young's not making many mistakes here. He's taking his time. He's listening to his corner. He's doing a good job. Nice high kick there.
Good knee followed by a high kick from Jason Young. Piling the pressure on now.
He's definitely marked possibly both eyes of Mohammed.
That's right, you can see the bruising underneath the right and the left sides of Abdul Mohammed's eyes. Young firing very hard shots.
Let's say he's got the 4-inch eye advantage.
Both men creeping forward, and Jason Young's the first to unleash. Abdul Mohammed launches that big overhand right, but it doesn't connect. Young and the more accurate with the shots and the combinations.
Good exchange there, finished with that high kick again.
Replay, the accuracy and the tightness in the shots. Beautiful trading work. Young slips past the shot, but it was these knees that were quite devastating and dangerous as he gets to plumb clinch and gets to his toes. Young, that was nice work. Good knee to the body, followed by a nice high kick.
That's the knee to the head when he's got taken down by Mohammed. Again, scrambled to the side of the cage. That's good work there from Young. Again, showing his experience.
At the moment, it seems to be Young dictating the pace and dictating what happens in this fight. Abdul Mohammed now looks for the single leg, doesn't win it again.
That's it. I believe the longer this fight goes on, Rob, I think Young might take it with the fitness and the age.
Constantly working very well. Good knee to the midsection. Throws a stinger of a hook that doesn't find a home. Very Very, very good work by Jason Young, and this is where Abdul Mohammed looked to pursue the takedown but couldn't quite get it. Jason Young showed great defence, great accuracy, and for me, he totally dictated that round.
Definitely. I had an answer from everything Mohammed had for him against a much vastly experienced guy. I think Jason Young is, as long as he doesn't do anything stupid, Rob, stick to his game plan, keep using them straight left, right, which he's doing. Nice combination there. I finished with an eye kick. That's what I've seen, Rob. In the early days, it was a bit of raw talent, but now it's an exact science to get these guys in the cage here. There's a lot of backroom stuff what goes on, and this is the proof in the pudding with Jason Young.
That's right, these guys are professional athletes. To move into range himself, and it's a spinning back punch. Catches Young, but Young goes down and comes up smiling.
That did hurt Young, he got caught, he knew it, but he's doing a good job of defending. He just had enough for us there. He's just got to keep out of trouble here on the floor. And Mohammed, he's just got the under up of, comes up for the neck of Young. Young scrambles out, good work there from Jason Young.
Mohammed again looks to bring the fight to ground and does so.
That's it, they're right in front of his here. Again, Mohammed needs to push the pace here because Jason has got an answer for everything Mohammed's throwing at him.
That's right, Jason Young will try and work his way up. Work his way up to his feet, but Abdul Mohammed showing great wrestling, keeping him flat. Looks to fire those shots, but Young able to get back to his feet once again. As the crowd applaud.
That's it, Ashley Grimshaw shouting instructions from the corner here.
Abdul Mohammed looks for that single leg again. Unable to win it as Jason Young looks for an arm of his own. Not able to get it. Both guys spin out and upright again.
Again, that's got to be disheartening for Mohammed again. He did a nice spinning back fist there, which led to that taking him down, but couldn't capitalise on it. And Jason's still up on his feet, looking to take his man down.
Big high kick from Young. They trade again. Mohammed shoots, doesn't quite get the takedown. Good work by Mohammed.
I believe Mohammed's going to run out of time now. Again, too little, too late for Mohammed.
That's right. Moving to the dying seconds, and it's over. And I'm not a judge, but I've got to say that's got to go by way of Jason Young.
If I was a judge, you've got to pick Jason Young, as we've seen him play back. What a back fist there from Mohammed. Took his fighter down. Got on top of Jason, but he couldn't capitalise. Jason scrambled to his feet, got caught with a neck there, but nice little twist, got out. Mohammed trying to take his fighter down again. Jason going for that Kimura. Again, Jason had an answer for everything Mohammed threw at him.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, the judges have made a majority decision in favour of your winner, Jason "Shotgun" Young.
That was Jason Young with just a little bit of his skills that he showed, but obviously carry on watching him and he'll go, I don't know where he'll get to.
Yeah, we've got a lot to see from Jason, yeah. And that fight against Abdul Mohammed, people may not know, they were both cage rage champions.
Absolutely, you're a wealth of knowledge, Grant, you are.
So that was a clash of the titans, wasn't it?
I'll tell you, I was over in Canada with Jason, and that was the best fight I've ever seen him in. You know, that guy put everything on and even whispered as he grabbed the guy, he went, come on, stop clinching, let's give the fans a real fight. And he pushed off and they started banging again. I mean, and you could hear him say it nice and loud to the guy. Yeah, that is a true warrior.
He changed. He had a fight against Tim Radcliffe, didn't he? Yeah. And it went a bit pear-shaped for him.
After that, he changed.
After that, crumbs, he really went up a gear.
I think fighters, you know, it's all right having an unbeaten record, but sometimes you need a loss to re-evaluate yourself and look at your skill set.
Facey when he first had his
big loss.
Yeah, big loss, and then he changed his attitude from there, and now he's
he's going all the way to the top.
Complacent, don't they?
I think that's the way with any actors. Blah, blah, blah. You get a bit of a knock,
setback,
accept it, bounce back, and get back up. And one thing we accepted.
I was going to say, does it happen to dancers?
Well, it does sometimes, but this one, I'm going to take a little clip of you now with George Sampson giving it proper large. Check this out, CJ and George Sampson. Oh, you mate!
Stop it.
No, Sid, we could be in your next. We're there. I know we can. We can have it, Grant, can't we?
It doesn't seem to work when you're over 40.
No, not quite.
I taught you everything you know, love. Just a little bit. Yeah. Okay, another guy who teaches a lot of people about things they know. Little Mark Carlin. This week, he's off to meet Jimmy in the Lions Pride gym.
This is Gym of the Week, and this week I've come to the most exciting MMA gym in the whole universe. Lions Pride MMA with none other than Jimmy, the poster boy Manawa. How you doing, dude?
How you doing, Mark? You alright?
Jimmy, I want to talk about your absolute luxurious facilities.
Yeah, it's a Throwdown sponsored gym. Got a 24-foot cage, same one they're using Ultimate Challenge, and the same one they're using Strikeforce, I think it is. You've just got everything you need there to for the perfect mixed martial arts gym.
So Jimmy, I want to talk about that. You, #1 light heavyweight in the whole country. Are you going to be taking classes down here?
Yeah, of course I'll be helping out with the MMA class, but I'm a fighter. I've got all my trainers down there teaching as well. So
if people want to step up and come to the next level, they want to learn to be like none other than Jimmy, I'm going to put you to sleep in 10 seconds poster boy. They need to get down to Lions Pride.
Definitely. Come down and train with the best, man.
Now, Jimmy, I think you should show me a little bit of a few tips in the cage.
Well, everyone's seen my fights, everyone knows what I do. Put people to sleep, I finish fights and that, so I'd say when you hit him,
Telling you, the Waterman, mate, I'm there. I've got to be something different every week. Oh, mate, these Gym of the Weeks. And if you want to more find out about gyms, about fighters, about self-defense, about everything, UCMMA.com is the place to be. And you love a gym, didn't you? You have gone down the gym. On the pads the other week.
Give it a go. Give it a go to the old man.
Oh! Grant, that really hurt. Pass it on. Pass it on, I always say.
Pass it back.
Oh. Do you know what? It's been really great having you down, CJ. It's been fantastic. From CJ, from Barrett Brad Waterman, and from myself, Dave O'Donnell, we'll see you next time on Cage Fighter.
You're unbelievable. Cage Fighter, the warrior, you know you're unbelievable.